Alright guys, so we're now going to start our first steps on our crossbow. We're going to go ahead and start off by laminating our board. Now if you've got a thicker piece of board that you're going to use, you don't need to do this step. You can go ahead and skip it. But we didn't have any thick pieces of red oak, and I wanted to just go ahead and use red oak throughout this bow making course. To go ahead and laminate these, all you're going to do is you're going to do it very similar to how you did on Project 2. You're going to make sure you really coat both sides, allow the wood to soak up the glue, and then flip them over and clamp them. I always like to use wood clamps as well as these heavy-duty casted iron clamps that turn, because the wood clamps just can't get enough pressure sometimes, and if you got a little bit of warp in your wood, these heavy-duty iron ones, when you can twist them, you can really crank down on them and put some pressure down to really force that wood to kind of meet together.
So I just went ahead and cleaned up all the edges because I'm going to go ahead and set this aside and let this dry while I go ahead and start my prod. So I have two 2x4s I'm going to put the pipe between, and then use wood clamps to clamp it down and the heat gun to heat the PVC plastic. You can see it's red hot, so please be careful when you're using these. They can start fires, so be careful. I'm just going up and down the tube and trying to heat it very evenly. As you can see, we've sped up the process here, so this is actually over a course of about 5 or 10 minutes. As you can see, I keep turning it to make sure, because the areas that are in contact with the wood are actually going to become colder because the wood's going to absorb the heat from the plastic. So you want to make sure you keep turning it. Here you can actually see in real time just how slow I'm moving the heat source back and forth. Once it's nice and flexible and bends very easily, it is hot, so you might want to wear gloves. I'm not touching it very hard. I just sandwich it between the two boards and then go ahead and clamp down. Now it's probably not going to clamp down all the way for your first go, but you're going to want to go as far as it'll let you, and then just go down the board adding your clamps so it slowly pushes down. Don't go all the way down and put another clamp down the end. You want to make sure the boards come down evenly so it's evenly squished all the way across. See, as you can see, the pipe's already getting cold and it wasn't able to squish all the way. So what I'll do now is I'll let this go ahead and cool down until it hardens, and then I'll take it out of the clamps and go ahead and reheat the edges again, and then do another round of clamping down. And I'll be doing this back and forth, kind of heating the edges and re-clamping down until it's finally completely flat. As you can see, I'm trying to just go over just the edges. I'm trying not to heat the middle areas because I don't want them to start bowing back out. So now I'm clamping it up for the last time after reheating it. And through this whole process now I have this solid piece of plastic that's now like a heavy duty, kind of like a synthetic prod.